Going live in three, two, one. Starting the stream. Welcome, guys. If you're just now joining, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to be playing some Doki Doki Literature Club, and it is going to be somewhat disturbing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a little bit disturbing. However, it also has the opportunity to be very entertaining. So, quick note, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So if you are a child or easily disturbed, this might not be the game for you. Um, Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the handle your stuff at your own pace. All right. And I think I'm 13. I'm not sure. Do you need to check my ID or something? I don't know. Oh god, that's a bit loud. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Alright, I think that's good. Hello! Hello, how's it going, chat? How's it going, chat? Alright, we're gonna turn this down just a little bit more. And we are going to check the volume. Let me mute myself. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. All right, that was painful. Anyway, we are going to fix that. I fixed that, I think. So we are going to make a new name, and we are going to do air mono. Or no. How about just monotone? It doesn't let me do. I was gonna do a smiley face. All right, we're gonna see if I can do that. And hello. And I broke it. Great. How do I fix this? Why is it broken? Whatever. We'll just play it in this screen. Hello. We're just gonna make it a little bigger and center it. Center screen like that. That works. That works for me. Alright. Let's do some impeccable voice acting skills. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to get together on school. Okay, hold on. Let's. Yeah. Okay. We used to walk together to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's gonna chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Hold on, let me give me a drink of water before. This is gonna be a water guzzler game, I can tell you that much. Alright. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that you were thinking of ignoring me. That's mean, monotone. Okay, I actually kind of hate that name, but okay. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it to be mean. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, monotone, Have you decided on the club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining in any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh, that's not true. You told me you joined the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on anime and games. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried about that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Listen, Sayori, it's hard, man. Alright, anyway, we're gonna keep going. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! I need more water. Hold on. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because you're a simp. That's why. Simp behavior. Simp behavior right here. Isn't that right, chat? More than that, I'm surprised I let myself even... More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least just a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Nice suggestion. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Okay, Siri, no. Alright. Hello, Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. If you know what I mean. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you would, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Alright, anyway. Sayori was vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Jeez. Yo. What's good, Angie? Yes. Sometimes I can read. It's fun. Sometimes I'm literate. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Aji. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have to... I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Okay. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, alright? Yes! Let's go! My voice is gonna be dead at the end of this, I swear to God. Today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Probably knocks someone in the face. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Alright, I gotta do a good voice for him. Alright. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Ah, Monotone, what a nice surprise. And welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Listen, we're gonna get my man some maidens, man. Listen. We're gonna get him some maidens. He's gonna have a girlfriend by the end of this. I guarantee you. Anyway, let's go.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She also is the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in my ear and then turns back to the other girls. Pfft, not you, Siri! Oh my god. Siri is going to be the death of me, I swear. We're going to go back here. Anyway, yeah.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say any things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki.
Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. Good to see you again, Monotone. Monica smiles sweetly. I don't know why she decided to change her pose like that. I don't know what smiling has to do with that pose, but alright. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. Not for long, if you know what I'm saying. Listen. As long as you can make a laugh. As long as you make a laugh, you can make a laugh. You got it. Guarantee you. Anyway, so having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little.
You too, Monica. Come sit down, Monotone. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Okay, I'm gonna do a really squeaky voice for Natsuki real quick. Hold on.
Hey, I made them! I'm gonna get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form the table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there's one space next to Nautica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. I was like, wait, hold on. Object permanence. They're both went over there. What? Huh? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Let me get some water real quick.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da!
Wow. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Just like Stormy. I love Stormy, my cat. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Monica. Natsuki. I read Monica right here, bro.
Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
Oh, wait, no. I'm not redoing that. Siri grabs the first one, and then Monica. I follow. Not you, Siri.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to get a bite. Natsuki's quiet. She's staring into my soul. She's staring into my soul. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thinking me? You sound like I
Haven't I heard this before?
made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But after you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup down right in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set of tea in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cupcake doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. I'm looking for a joke, but I don't have one. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Probably a good idea. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure that you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budgets and publicity and how to prepare for the events. Bro, why does she keep doing this pose? Why does this pose have... Okay, she's conveying information through this pose. Yep, that works. That works for me, honestly. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Yes, and if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not a lot of people are very interested in putting the effort into starting something new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, we'll do our best. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Aye, aye, Captain! Okay. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all just so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Monotone, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read over the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Me personally, I read a lot of webtoons. Just me though. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Look at her face. She's so surprised. We have something in common. That's crazy. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly clearly passionate about her reading. All right. Every time I stutter or something, I'm just gonna start yelling. Yeah, it's the only way, man. I'm sorry. She seems to be so reserved and timid, but since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the ways her eyes light up in the But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of
things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of an imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once upon a time, 10 years ago. It was the Goosebumps series, guys. Listen. That was the scariest stuff back in like the 8th grade. Listen here. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is also often very successful at changing the way that you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror!
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting.
Silly. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything is just as cute as you are.
Yuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No.
Apology not accepted. I'm so sorry, Angie. I'm sorry. Listen. Natsuki averts her eyes. Yeah, they're no longer dead center staring me into my soul. So.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to myself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience writing too, Yuri? She's gonna break into her house and just steal her books. Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. No? I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. They seem to be looking at me, actually. Everyone seems to be staring directly into my soul right now. I'm going to be honest with you. This seems to be that. Okay.
Let's all go home and write a poem for ourselves.
That's not what's... Okay, yep. That's what's written.
Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Won't that be such a
fun time? Anyway.
That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we're having a new member, I think it would help us to get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Monotone?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I was going to join this club. Listen, I'm just here for the cupcakes. This club nonsense, I'm not really sure about that. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. They all look so dejected. Why are they sad? Don't look at me like that. Why are you crying? No, wait, that's my monitor. Never mind. All four girls stare back at me with the dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought. Monotone.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Listen, we gotta get my man some maidens, man. We gotta give him some maidens. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one. No, they seem to all have light up at the same time right there, actually. That seems to be what happened right there. I don't think they one by one did that. I'm pretty sure they all did that at the same time. But that's just me. That's a me personally issue.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Siri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Not you, Siri. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more.
Monotone, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really express the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? It's not looking great for you, man. I'm gonna admit, it's not looking great for you. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit chat as Yuri and Natsuki cleaning up their food.
Hey, Monotone, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. And they went home and they lived happily ever after at the end. Nah, just kidding. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. I don't know why I said that so weird. I'm so sorry. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Maybe I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, which girl? Me personally, I like the tall one. That's just a personal preference. What do you think, Angie? You think that we should go with the tall one? Tall one? Or this one? Blue eye? I'm gonna try to go with the tall one. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with me writing a poem tonight. Yuri is the tall one, right? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try to go with Yuri. She seems to be pretty calm and chill. Natsuki seems a bit bratty. Sayori seems a bit eccentric. Alright. Let's go insight. Despise. Melody. Oh, okay. Okay.
Uncanny. Disown. Atone. Passion. Oh, okay. Existence. I'm going for tall. I like tall girls, man. Just me personally. Death. Oh, that's that's fine. Broken. No. You're depressed, aren't you? Judgment. Okay. Intellectual. Disoriented. Empty. Yeah, that one's depressed. We should probably go for that one. I'm sorry. Agonizing. Promise. Lust. Excitement. Whisper. Oh, okay, never mind. That doesn't work, apparently. Alright. Hi, good monotone. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I'll at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, monotone. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Bro, I'm gonna need more water. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like she deserves any slack. See, you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Not Siri, bro. Bro. And last year too. Okay, listen, I'm gonna do some squeaky voice for that short one, but I'm not gonna do it all the time. It's gonna kill my voice. I'm sorry. Let's see. I don't know if you plan to come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Yeah, she's gonna stab you, bro. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck in between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Yo, welcome in, Biscar, man. Good to have you. Good to have you in here. Swiftly dejected, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Yeah, I've heard that this game is a bit scary. So I haven't played it myself, so we're gonna see what it means by scary. So far, it seems to be very not scary. It seems to be kinda get maidens, but yeah. Don't worry, guys. Monotone always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yuri is still in frame, by the way. I just want to know that Yuri has just been standing there staring at the ground for like the past 3 minutes. Oh, just wait and you'll see. That's when I'm scared. That's what. Oh, you guys are okay. Yep, I'm getting scared now. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Yuri seems a bit. Yuri's my type. Listen, I have a thing for tall girls. Leave me alone. So Yuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Monotone can become good friends too. Sayuri... As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Can't wait for the... Yeah. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. What sorry. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. Oh boy. The emotional trauma that comes afterwards. Okay, my mom is calling me. Give me 1 second. I have to go on mute.
Hey chat, is this a game I could finish in like an hour? I'm not sure because I might stream again later, but like I have to go pick up my brother apparently, and no one tells me these things. Lovely. Anyway, it's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Can't wait for the emotional trauma that comes afterwards. What do you mean emotional trauma? I thought this was a horror game. Sayori made it sound like a big deal and it's oh wait, that's Sayori sounds like made it sound like a big deal and it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I mean, I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read, and we could discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? It's because she's tall! Listen, it's because she's tall! She even picked out a book that she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. I feel called out for. Yeah, Beskar, man, bro. Get off of TikTok, man. Get off of TikTok. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already being buried in the book, and I can't help but notice her tense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she let me. More than that, she seems to have beyond the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. This doesn't seem like a split second, man. I'm pretty sure she's just staring at you. But that only makes her hide her face even deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing that made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading some of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at this bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Mm-hmm. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it too. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and stands her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. That sounds Russian. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. And no matter who she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That sounds very relatable. Mm-hmm. Relatable, guys. Womp womp. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Just a little bit, yeah. Yuri made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. That was. Are you not a fan of this kind of thing, Wild Tone? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy some of these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be so completely different. Ugh. Oh boy, that's the least of the dark you'll see in this game. Beskar man. You're making me regret playing this game. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not because someone wants them to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believed in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. She reminds me. It got a ruining experience. It's my job. That's my job, man. I'm the streamer. She reminds me of my ex. She seems to have daddy issues. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget how to pay attention to other people. So sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry about that. That just means that you're really passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? Look at this guy. He's the Riz God. Riz God. He's the Rizzler. The Wizard of Oz, bro. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not really used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. And I am I'm like 30 minutes into this stream and I already ran out of water. So this is going to be great. I think this is the part where I reached when I played. Well, now it's time to see what's more. Maybe, yeah. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking down at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Oxymoron right here, bro. Oxymoron. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Listen, homie, this guy is the Rizzard. The Rizzler, bro. I can't wait to see what's more.
we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. Me too. Just can't wait. Beskar man, I thought you finished this. Oh, all right. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ah. I'm distracted by the visual. I'm sorry. She's tall. She's tall, I can say that. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it splits to her side. But holding like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can hear the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? She's looking at me. Guys, I can't... to turn the page. Yeah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Me either. Yeah, it's actually not really effective. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. That's okay. You're not as used to Yuri. Guys, I am sweating right now. I am sweating. This 2D girl is making me sweat. I am 17 years old. I hate it here. I hate it here. This is absurd. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she clutches it over her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of resembles me, reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in all the ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but monotone. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that, bro. Yeah, honestly. Nah, don't worry, man. Don't worry. Wait. I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I don't feel bad because I'm a narcissist. I love that for you, Beskar, man. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Bro, Monica really just blue-balled us like that, bro. What? Bro. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri excels, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you had been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer that I only read it with you? I don't really have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In any case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off with the book and slip it back in my bag. No, the demon, get her off the stream. Nice, she left. What do you mean the demon? Monica is... I was about to say pretty, but she's not tall enough, so... By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah.
She is pretty. It- yeah. My relaxation ends. Mine too, bro. Mine too. My relaxation ended whenever I sat down at that desk to read with Yuri, bro. She's back. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. I'm so excited. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull on their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Not you, series. No, she's not that bad. Natsuki's worse. Natsuki seems kind of like a brat, so I guess I could see that. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Monica is so organized, and Sayori just ripped it out, bro. As I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Yuri, tall. As Yuri reads the poems, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It was actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Bro, listen. She's tall. What do you want from me? I like tall women. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expression of that are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is totally gone. Mine's not. Do the pro strand like tall men. Superficial much? Listen. All of my exes were shorter than me, and they're now my exes. I'm seeing a trend right here. Nah, no hate though. No hate. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down with practice and learning by example and trying new things, and also not getting water. I got a drop of water. That's enough for me. How tall am I? Just imagine just having exes. Couldn't be me. Exes couldn't be me. Okay. I am like 5'10" in American things, so I don't know what the conversion to actual units is, but I'm like 5'10", 5'10". I think that's like maybe almost 2 meters. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty average height. I also hope that everyone in the clubs gives you valuable free feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that.
5 foot is 150. So I think of like 170 question mark. Let me Google it. 5, 10, and centimeters. Yeah, 177. Sorry. Oh, okay. So yeah. Yeah, I'm 177 centimeters tall. Let's go. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. It should be to Natsuki, probably. Yeah. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to show my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, yet the last to be replaced with the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I've trained with the greatest of senseis, and I still can't understand the imperial system. I'm the shortest. I'm really shortest in my class. Same bastard. Imperial is American, right? Imperial is American, right? Imperial system. Yeah. Always a reminder. Always remember, a short person has direct line of sight to a tall person's nuts. Key weakness right there. Metric is the rest of the world. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, America's weird. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, America is actually supposed to get the metric system, but the ship that was carrying the baselines got sunk at sea by pirates. So we never switched. But no, listen. Short people scare me not because they can nuts at me, but because they can take out my kneecaps with a great ease. They're like right around my kneecap area. They just stab my kneecaps. I can't walk anymore. It was actually yeah. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting, bro. You wrote in cursive. What do you mean terrible? What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script that often. Yeah. Yeah, like the yeah. Yeah, like the stuff that you would use to do that. I actually think that your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Actually, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I will be right back. Because I'm going to actually like die if I don't have some liquids in my body. So give me 1 second.
Alright. I am back. I have water. It's great. I love it here. Story of my life. Anywho, I must go now. My people need me. Happy trauma for the rest of the game. Stay hydrated, folks. Alright, see you, Beskar man. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna keep going. And yeah, for my final message. Goodbye. Okay. See ya, Beskar man. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, alright. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. None at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all on its own. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experience behind their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn put in that way. Yuri, there's something going up with Yuri, I think. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Monzo. I'm simping now. I am the simp. It turns out the simp is me. Turns out the simp is always me. Me too. Alright. Who next? Who next? Sayori. This is a good poem, Monotone. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be... Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't take it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom? Question mark. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Matsun, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yeah, I'm just here for the girls, man. I'm here for the maidens. Just on me personally. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure they have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow into my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to get me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come on and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. She's a bit hungry, I think. Personally. Sayori. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question, man. I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Hey, can you play the FNAF version of this? There's a FNAF version of this? Question mark? I did not know there was a FNAF version of this. I remember seeing this game like back in 2018. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. There should be a FNAF. I'll look into that. Maybe I'll play that next stream. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Alright, Natsuki or Monica? Which one? Which one, chat? Your choice, chat. No problem, man. Alright. Okay, Monica. Okay. Let's go. Hi, Monotone. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring them up. I'm better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. To be honest. Monica, Natsuki sucks. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Monotone. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's a started barrier that we need to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monotone in my poem. Great job, Monotone. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts to... Oh wait, that's me. My bad. My bad. That way it counts whenever I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words that describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very a challenge to write like that effectively, but allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all their nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. Oh wait, that's me. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying new things a lot. Oh wait, but it could take a while before That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's what everyone might be a little bit biased to their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, what do you want? Do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. I ain't reading all that. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you would call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, this style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That way, that is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not really sure to know how to put it. I guess you could say I've had an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think of it is like this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Alright, and now we go with Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a bit blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just doesn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. I said sigh out loud, bro. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leave, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, but people can try. But that's about it. Sounds about right. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is to put more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on its purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I don't want to take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I look around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no ways my poems can stand up to theirs. It is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange pieces of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Yeah, Natsuki's a brat, bro. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Monota did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, so unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Monotone liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Monotone... Wait, no. That's Yuri. My bad. Maybe you're just jealous that Monotone appreciates my advice so much more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Monotone started showing up. I'm letting that sentence sink in real quick. Natsuki, Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Monotone, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems are convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at the reader. You're not forcing them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Monotone. Wait, there's a reason. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessary. Lifting yourself is also a waste. You understand that too. Hold on, give me a second. You understand that, right, Monotone? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, it's going to be... What do I choose? Angie, help. Angie, help. Angie, help. What do I choose? Do I agree with Yuri? I think I agree with Yuri here, right? I think Yuri, right? I think we let the brat have it. Yeah, okay. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight. You shouldn't pick a fight with just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. Oh, I can, ooh, look at that. I can see the tall girl. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something that's really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, no one has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant, only because she can't handle pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, It helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to take a... You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and stores out. On her way out, she troubles the poems with her hand and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not get gone frustrated after being treated like that? More water! You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Monotone, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful, so... what did Natsuki think? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, alright? Rizzler. Riz God, bro. Riz God. The Wizard of Oz, bro. Yeah. Alright, okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. She came back? Question mark. When did she come back? I thought she left. Monotone. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Oh God. Bro, how long is this game? Can I finish the rest of this game in 30 minutes? Angie. So your poems would turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Monotone, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Actually, oh God. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. For now. Because I do have to go. It takes 4 hours? I thought this was like a cute little game I could finish like, you know, one stream. 4 hours? Is that real? Jeez. Alright. Yeah, I think this is going to be a multiple stream thing. Well, maybe. Depends on if you guys like it or not. But let me look it up. How long? Play Doki Literature Club. 4 hours. Yep, that's. Yeah, we're saving it here. We'll pick this up again maybe later. I'm probably gonna do a dual stream later after I get back from picking my brother up. But if you guys like this a lot, then let me know by subscribing to the channel. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah, that's a good idea, Angie. But yeah. You don't think you're okay? That's fine, man. I appreciate you being here. Great time, great time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys later. See ya, Angie.